Hola, hola, hola. Who's with me tonight? Certainly. What's up, sister? Dang, you're right in the middle of that crap going on up there this week, aren't you? All that weather. I hope you stay warm and stay safe. I bet it took you long enough, didn't it? I thought you guys got like lots of snow. I'm really not. It looks like I'm wiping my nose, and I'm really not. It itches. Yo, Vincy Lou Who, how are you? Y'all ready for tonight? You got your hot flash kits? You're gonna need it. Cause it's gonna be hot up in here tonight. Nainer Beaners in here. Nainer's in the house. Oh yeah, I'm not talking to you. Vincy, let me tell you. I told her, I said, I'll call you at 5 when I get off work. Well, it was like 10 after 5 because I had to get dressed so I could go. Because her and Mini Me were supposed to keep me company on my road trip to the pharmacy, right? Okay, so she finally calls me 15 minutes before I get home and on an hour-long trip. Don't speak to her. You don't have to speak to her. And Mini Me, Princess, if you're out there, hi. Y'all notice anything different about me tonight? Besides my sassiness? Oh, don't oops her. Have easy. Peekaboo. Listen, Linda, don't you start with me. Is Carly gonna be here tonight? I always like it when Carly's here. She doesn't get to attend enough of our live reads though. There she is. I was just talking about you, Miss Davis. Mrs. Davis. Did you hear me? Y'all got your hot flash kits. You gonna need it. Cause it be all kinds of hot and sexy up in here. That's beside the point, Nina. I love you a whole lot more than you love me. Oh. Has anybody got any good cures for vertigo, nausea, something? I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Nina, you lie. Don't even tell me that Nina ain't got a hot flash kit with her because she decided to leave home without it. Oh, no, 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 no. Honey, I love you more than Poppy loves you, so don't even go there with me. All right, there's you one to block, girlfriends. They done changing names again. Somebody ever even check to see if these books are real that they put on? Well, some of them are real, but I don't know if they. All right, y'all ready to get started? Miss Davis, you realize I could probably read your book in like the whole book in like 30 minutes on here. So, but I'm gonna stop at the and when I get to chapter 3, like the bitch told me to, not you, but the our mutual friend. I'm mad at her right now, so you gotta understand it's nothing personal towards you. All right, y'all. So it's called Secret Santa, Forbidden Stepbrother Novelette by Miss Carly Davis. And here is that sexy. Does anybody else want to go motorboating in her chest? I mean, come on, look at the cleavage. You just gotta want to go motorboating there. Is it any better that way? You know, sometimes I don't even know how well it looks. Okay. So, here we go. Oh, excuse me. Let me do the honors of the dedication because someone's got the big head after reading it. For Carmen, Nina, Charlie, and Julia. Thanks for being some of my best supporters. No matter the one that reads them. Just kidding, Carly. Nina, shut up. Go play with your shower head. Go take a cold shower. Prologue, Valencio. Is it Valencio or Valencio? Valencio, isn't it? Okay. I pulled up to the bar inside. Of all the places it had to be here, right smack in the middle of Cash Ritchie's territory. I stepped into the bar and scanned the area. I was met with Cash's smug grin. He owned these parts of the city. Not that I hated him. I just didn't like that he was around my sister. I leaned on the bar and asked him, "Where is she?" "She's in my office." I stared at him, not believing I heard him right. Look, oh, look, I know she's your sister and all, but I can't have her in here. I sighed. I'm sorry, Cash. I'm really trying here. Maybe you should consider hiring someone to make sure. No, that's out of the question. She's my responsibility. After our parents, before my father died, he made me promise to look after her. It was her mother's last dying wish. Fine. If you'd like, I can set her up in my home. Sorry, but no can do. Right. Your responsibility, he muttered under his breath. I made my way back to Cash's office and sighed. She apparently was already smashed when she arrived. I knew it had been hard on her losing her mother. She wasn't the only one suffering. I lost someone too. I entered the office and leaned in the doorway. She was curled up on the couch, fast asleep. I picked her up and carried her through the club. I'd made my mind up. She wouldn't be going back to her apartment. She'd be coming to live with me at my house. Not my father's house, but the one I bought shortly after I started working for cash. Thankfully, she stayed asleep on the way home. I carried her into my house and laid her on my bed. Brushing her hair out of her face, I leaned down and kissed the top of her head. What am I going to do with you? I walked away before the temptation to climb into bed with her overpowered me. I wanted to so bad, but instead, I stepped away. I knew if I stayed, I'd cross a line and possibly ruin what relationship we had. I couldn't risk doing that. When I stepped, wait a minute, what'd I do? My eyes jumped, sorry, y'all. But instead, I stepped away. I knew if I stayed, I'd cross a line and possibly ruin what relationship we had. I couldn't risk doing that. Not when I worked for cash, and most definitely not with all the enemies I had. The next morning, I made sure to take some painkillers and water up to Carmen. She'd have one hell of a hangover and when she woke up. I didn't sleep a wink last night. Not when all I could think about was how she was in my bed. I dressed in my usual suit and made coffee. I didn't bother to make breakfast. She wouldn't want anything but caffeine when she made it when she made it down to the kitchen. Sorry, I'll hang on just a second here. Cash. Need to talk. Oh, need to talk. Me. This is a text, y'all. Cash. And if you were looking at it, you would understand what I'm talking about. But me reading it out loud, it doesn't make sense. Cash. Need to talk. Me. Right now. Cash. Yes, it's important. I poured a cup of coffee and added the cream and sugar, taking a sip. I heard a soft groan. I swiveled around and grinned. Good morning, sunshine. Not so loud. I set my coffee down on the counter and narrowed my eyes. We should talk about last night. I, I don't feel like it. Don't feel like it? I don't care if you feel like it or not. We're talking right now. Sit down. God, what's wrong with you? She hissed. I stormed across the room and gripped her chin, causing her to yelp. I forced her head back and glared. You could have been hurt badly last night if my boss hadn't have called me. Do you have any idea what kind of danger you put yourself in? I'm sorry, she whispered as a tear slipped down her cheek. I know, but you're going to have to stay with me for a while. I need to know you're safe. I loosened my grip and sighed. Could just read the whole thing tonight, and be done with it. And there's only 5 of us on here. Um, I know, but you're going to have to stay with me for a while. I need to know you're safe. I loosened my grip and sighed. I was fine. Nothing was going to happen. It's not like you're a gangster. I averted my gaze. You're not, right? We'll talk more when I get home from work, sweetheart. Can I trust you to stay here, or do I need to have a guard at the door? I'll be a good little girl. Fuck me, good little girl, my ass. Make sure you do. I'll bring home takeout. What am I supposed to do all day? I don't care as long as you do as you're told. And if I don't, defy the brat. You don't want to know. Remember when I took a wooden spoon to your ass a few years ago when I caught you smoking? I remember. If you disobey me, that'll be nothing compared to what I do to you. I, I'll be good. I smiled in satisfaction as her cheeks flushed at the memory. Good. See you later. The hell you are. Chapter 1. Carmen. I met Valencio when I just turned 13. My mother married his father and we moved in. Valencio had just turned 21. He was always devilishly handsome. All that went to hell when our parents died in a car accident. Ever since that day, he vowed to always protect me. If I got hurt, he nurtured me back to health. If I got my heart broke, he made sure to put a smile on my face. And if I stepped out of line, he made sure to guide me in the right direction. One of the many reasons I started to fall for him. I rummaged through his things and explored. He did say that he didn't care what I did while he was away. I pulled the drawer and opened it. To my surprise, it was empty. I tried the next one. It was also empty. Why would he have this and not put anything in it? Next, I went to his closet but frowned when it was locked. I sighed and turned around. Defeated, I hadn't found anything. Valencio never answered my question. I took a shower and cleaned up. After wrapping the towel around me, I mentally cursed myself. I needed clothes. Finally, I found a pair of boxers and a large gray shirt. When I entered the living room, I froze when I heard someone knock at the door. I looked through the peephole and frowned. Carmen, let me in. I unlocked the door and opened it. He came through and set the takeout bags on the coffee table. Valencio took off his jacket and loosened his tie. His eyes lowered and then met my gaze. I see you cleaned yourself up. Why is your closet locked? I blurted out. To keep nosy little things out of my shit, he muttered. Asshole. Watch your mouth. Before we eat, we should go over the rules while you're under my roof. Fine, I'll play by the rules, but I want something in return. You are getting something in return. I'm giving you a roof over your head and my protection. Tell me why you froze up when I joked about being a gangster. Because I am, Carmen. I live a very dangerous life. I have killed, tortured, and with that, I have many enemies. That, my dear, is why it was a very dangerous thing you did last night. I'm sorry? Yo, Jackie, you just missed half the book. I know, Valencio sighed. Now, all I ask of you is to do exactly as I say when I say. No questions asked. It could very well save your life. Okay, I'll do everything you say if you teach me how to shoot your gun. That's where I draw the line. Absolutely not. Oh, baby, no working. How are you getting hit by that snowstorm coming into? I noticed Ohio was kind of in the front at the front of it today. I don't. Girls, I got an empty house next door. Just pack your asses up and bring them down here. I don't know if there's power on, but you know what? It's wired so I can run an extension cord to Big Daddy's shop, we got you covered. And water's covered too because it's on our well. So get your asses down here where it's going to be 69 fucking degrees on Friday. Come on. And my internet reaches over there too. So come on. Come on. Big Daddy, I like it. Hell, he didn't even feed us. Okay, back to the book. That's where I draw the line. Absolutely not. I placed my hand over his and scooted closer. He clenched his jaw and his muscles tensed as I wrapped one arm around his neck. Please, Valencio. Carmen. Valencio's voice was strained as if he was in pain. Valencio, I just want to be able to protect myself if I need to, I whispered seductively. I inched my face closer and brushed my lips against his. Valencio cursed under his breath and moved back as if he'd been burned. I pulled him towards me and tried to get in, only to be pinned underneath him. He gripped each wrist and narrowed his eyes. Don't, Carmen, he hissed. Just fucking don't tease me. You won't like the outcome. What? He brought one hand up to my neck and wrapped his fingers around my throat. Oh my gosh, I think I just come to my pants. Did you ever hear the story of how Red Riding Hood teased the big bad wolf? Don't we all? Valencio, I whimpered. She teased him and he took what he wanted, he hissed. That's not what happened, I managed to say through harsh breaths. The one I read did. She dangled the fucking meat in front of him and he took her. Hard, fast, dominated little Red. Made her his whore. Is that what you want, Carmen? Please, Valencio. I had no idea what I was begging for exactly. I shivered when he leaned into my neck and whispered, Is it, sweetheart? Do you want to be my whore like little Red did? His phone rang and he pulled away to answer it. Yeah. Right now? Fine, I'll be there. Valencio ended the call and pinched the bridge of his nose and exhaled. We're going out. Where? I asked. Go put on some clothes. I glared. Have you forgotten already? I don't have any because you kidnapped me. Christ, I didn't kidnap you. I saved you again. You know what? Fuck you, asshole. He took my chin between his fingers and thumb and growled, Stop the attitude. Where we're going, you can't act like this. You stay close to me and don't drink anything. Understood? I nodded. Good girl. Be ready in 5. I decided on a pair of his sweats and kept the shirt I had on. I may have altered the shirt by rolling it up to where it came up underneath my breast. I sighed heavily when I realized all I had was heels. I turned to Valencia, was holding a pair of sneakers. I was going to give this to you on your birthday, but it seems you need them now. Thank you. I took the shoes and kissed his cheek. Hurry, Cash is expecting us, he murmured. Valencio drove us across the city, and I furrowed my eyebrows when he pulled up to the same bar he found me at. What are we doing here? Business, was all he said. He helped me out of the car and put his arm over my shoulder. Remember, don't drink anything and stay close. Okay, I answered. He led me into the bar and Cash gestured for him to join him at the table he was sitting at. Valencio helped me into a chair and sat next to me. Cash offered me a warm smile. I gotta go back into my Cash voice. Hold on. That's a deep one. See, you're doing much better. I thought you didn't. Oh, I thought you didn't want her in here. Valencio muttered. Sorry, but it was necessary. Would you like a drink, darling? Would you like a drink, darling? Cash asked me. Water for her and nothing else. Make sure it's in a sealed bottle, Valencio told him. But I want a real drink, I whined. No, he snapped. You will drink the water. Fuck you, I muttered. You will mind your manners, Carmen, Valencio hissed as he gripped my bicep. I know I said I'd be good, but he makes it so hard. All I want is to relax with a beer or a glass of whiskey. Valencio leaned in closer and brushed his lips against my ear. My patience is wearing thin, little one. Don't make me bend you over my knee and spank you. There went Nina. Thank you, Carly. I appreciate that last comment. I know the meaning behind that. Okay. Chapter 2, Valencio. Damn it. I knew bringing her was going to be a problem. This girl just has to push her luck. She can't act like this. Not here. Not in front of Cash. I eyed Cash and sighed. He threw me a smirk as Carmen huffed. She went to get up, but I gripped her thigh and warned her. I wouldn't if I were you. Let me go, she growled. We can talk later, Valencio. It seems you have your we see. I gotta get this deep voice thing going. Whoo, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me, y'all. I got allergy things going on. Okay. We can talk later, Valencio. It seems you got your hands full. Yep, I sure as hell do. I yanked her up by the elbow and pulled her into my side. My lips grazed her ear and hissed. Don't be a fucking brat. Fuck you. Fuck me. I'll show you, little girl. I dare you to mouth off again. I dare you to push me over the edge. I'm not scared of you, she argued. Thank you. You should be. You should be very frightened of me. I won't wait. I won't hesitate to pull you over my lap and spank you in front of all these people. Keep fucking pushing me, and I'll spank you so hard you won't be able to sit for a week. Now, are you going to be, are you, now, are you going to be a good girl, or do I need to give you a firm hand? You wouldn't. I would, and you damn well know it. Let me go, she whispered. I'll scream. Look around, sweetheart. Do you think anyone would stop me from punishing you? Ah. Carmen looked around. I'm sorry. Much better. Will you be good if I let you go? She nodded. Sit back down and I'll order us some food. I'm too tired to cook tonight. I released her and sighed as I met Cash's gaze. He raised a brow. I shook my head and took a seat next to her. I stiffened when I felt her hand rest on my thigh, much too close to my cock. That was threatening to bust through the zipper. I cleared my throat and announced to Cash, "We're going to stay and have dinner here." Cash clapped his hands with a grin. "Great. I'll have the chef whip us up some burgers and fries." I leaned back in my chair and let out a breath as Carmen inched her hand up my thigh. I covered her hand and gripped it tightly. "Don't." It was one word, a warning that if she didn't stop, I might do something I'd regret. "I'm just touching you, brother." Brother. That word stung. But that's what I am, her stepbrother, protector, off limits. And that's why I would never act on my feelings for her. I kept my grip on her hand and pulled her hand off my leg. I placed I placed her hand on the table and leaned over to whisper to her. "Hands on the table, sweetheart." But that didn't stop her. I felt her bare foot slide up my pant leg, and fuck me if it didn't feel good. It felt great. Two plates were placed in front of us and a whiskey for me. I definitely need that after how I was feeling. My insides felt like they were about to burst. Without warning, I yanked her by the elbow and forced her to stand. I leaned down, wrapped my arm around the back of her thighs, hauling her over my shoulder. Taking her into an empty room, I threw her onto the sofa. "What?" "You've got to stop this. I'm your brother. You hear me? Your fucking brother. You. I can't keep doing this." Carmen stood up and bit her lip. All I could see was her in my head. Her, me, in the shower, naked, wet, me thrusting into her from behind with her wrist cuffed to the shower curtain rod. I shook the dirty thoughts away and closed my eyes. I took a few deep breaths and finally calmed down. Carmen took a step closer, wrapping her arms around my neck. I leaned in and brushed my lips against her mouth. I pulled away only to feel her soft lips crush against mine. I knew it was wrong to want Carmen, but I couldn't help it. I'd wanted her since the day one. "Please take me. Fuck me, Valencio." I recoiled, suddenly disgusted with myself. I pushed her back and shook my head. This this was I can't do this. This was a mistake." I didn't wait for her to protest. I staggered back and stormed out of the room. I went back to our table and downed the rest of my drink. I wanted her, my sister, my damn sister. I brought one hand to my mouth and whispered to myself, What did I just do?" "You sly motherfucker. Tell me you ain't fucking that nice piece of ass you came with. Because if not, I'll take my shot." Wait a minute. Who is that? Oh, I'll just keep going with that. Oh, hey, Teddy. Let's see, you sly motherfucker. Tell me you ain't fucking that nice piece of ass you came with. Because if not, I'll take a shot at the filthy whore." I heard someone say. I clenched my jaw and threw him against the wall, connecting my fist with his jaw. "Don't call her that." He grinned. "Okay, she's a slut. How's that?" I wrapped my hand around his throat and shoved him against the wall. "Say something else. I dare you," I warned. "If you didn't know any better, I'd think you were hard for her. Are you hard for your sister?" "Shut the fuck up. You want to die? You want me to put a bullet between your eyes? Valencio. Valencio. Cash snapped. I don't want any bloodshed tonight, not so close to the holiday coming up. Release him and walk with me. Carmen, we'll be fine with my sister and Knox. You and I need to talk. I reluctantly released him and followed Cash to his office. What happened? He. Not about that. What happened with Carmen a few moments ago? I think I just fucked up. She kissed me and I just lost it. Then he called her a whore. She is not a whore, I hissed. Not my sweet Carmen. She would never be a whore. You're in love with your sister. You're in love with her? Shit. Was I? I shook my head. She's only your family through marriage, not by blood. It's okay to want her. It's only natural to want such a beautiful woman. You deserve to find love. It's not right. No, I think you're wrong. Look at Father Wesley. He's a fallen angel now. They're in love. You can be too. Just follow your heart. I can't, I promised. Stop beating yourself up over that. It wasn't your fault they died. Wasn't it? It's my fault they're dead. If they hadn't been meeting me, they'd still be alive. Carmen wouldn't have had to live her life an orphan. Cash softened his gaze and murmured, She's not an orphan. Boy, I'm hoping you guys are enjoying these fucking voices tonight because it's killing me. Jack, it's about damn time you put a picture on there too. Thank you. Cash softened his gaze and murmured, She's not an orphan. She had you. You're still her family. Yeah, yeah, family. I'm her brother, I spat. And that's all I'll ever be. The truth hurt. The word hurt. Brother. You better get your shit together and soon. You better not wait to tell her how you feel. Why do you care? Because you're my brother, not by blood, but still family. I just want to see my best man happy. That's all I've ever wanted for you. I shook my head. I can never tell her how I feel. I won't be her downfall. I won't be her destruction. What if you didn't have to tell her? Not in person. Be her secret Santa. Shower her with gifts and love letters. Make her yours. I won't lie to her. I can never lie to her. Then don't. Just withhold your the fucking plane going over. Then don't. Just withhold your real identity. Let her figure it out on her own. She's a smart woman. Could I do this? Be her secret Santa? Shower her with gifts and my declaration of love for her? The answer was simple. I knew I could play the part. But could she accept me as I am? Would she be able to handle all my darkness? I'd love to dominate in bed. Could my brat be a good girl and submit to my demands? Okay, you're right. I can do this. There's just one thing, which is I don't even know where to start. What do I get her? How do I relax? I got the gifts covered. All you have to do is put the hidden desires and love for her on paper. Go get her, Tiger. Get your girl. Ha 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 ha. Guess what, ladies? I'm done because the boss lady said chapter 22, and I did. But just think, you only have 2 chapters left to read. What do y'all think? And Teddy, I wasn't talking about you, baby boy. I know you keep getting hacked. They got your number already. I was talking about Jackie. Jackie's got her picture up there, and I likes it. No, Nina. It'll only take me about 10, 15 more minutes. I'll be done with this book. Carly. All right, so go pre-order it. 99 cents. Real short book. You'll have it read in less than an hour. It's one of those great little books that you're sitting in the doctor's office or something and you got time to kill. Just read it. You can even download it on your phone because it's not going to take up that much room. I got it now. All right, guys. So tomorrow night I have, and I'm going to say her name all wrong. What's her initials? I keep forgetting her initials. I've had too many books lately with initials in them. C.E. Lashua. And I'm going to be reading Aiden's Awakening tomorrow night. And that will be the last book for 2020. So I expect all you to show up in here tonight or tomorrow night. 8 o'clock, be here. Fancy, I know I am. You know I love being a tease, sister. So go pre-order Carly's book. Come on. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. So get them. All right, y'all. I see it. We're done. I've killed all the time I can kill. So go get her done. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Happy reading. No Thursday night. Thursday night's New Year's Eve. So unless I just get too bored and decide not to. But yeah, I don't bet on it. I know it ain't. All right. Have a good one. Jackie, go back and listen to the first part. And I'll talk to you ladies tomorrow night. And you too, Teddy. Happy reading.